pump shotgun is trash. Or is it? Half the Fortnite players love it and the other half hates it, to which I belong. I come from a different BR called Realm Royale, where I was literally rank 1 EU for years, recently switched to Fortnite, and now I'm on the quest to become the best, together with you guys. And for that, this season, I've analyzed all the different weapons in depth in many videos, and now I'm starting a 3-part series on the shotguns. The first part, which is this video, I will analyze the pump shotgun in detail. We're doing that by analyzing the base weapon, the best loadout, and the attachments before we're summarizing and showing off the best strategy to play the pump shotgun. And I will show you guys a strategy that I found that actually makes the pump absolutely broken. Okay, before we get into the loadout, we are starting with the base. The pump shotgun comes with insanely low DPS, which is the main reason why people do hate it. High damage per shot, which drastically falls off over range, of course, since it's a shotgun. Also, low range compared to the auto shotgun, which is important. A very slow fire rate, medium max size, long reload time. However, reloading just 1 bullet at a time is actually pretty fast, which is a big advantage compared to the auto shotgun. Insanely bad recoil. However, it doesn't matter since fire rate is so slow that it is still fully reset by the time your next shot is ready. So this is actually not a downside. Let's take a look at what happens when you level up the gun. You get more DPS because the single shot is higher damage on all 3 distances. Fire rate and max size are the same. However, reload speed goes down, which is good, and you get less recoil. But as I just said, this doesn't matter at all. So the only redeeming factor versus the auto shotgun is higher damage per shot, as well as the reload speed. Everything else is vastly weaker, which forces us to play a hipfire weapon to switch to, which is kind of normal for pump shotgun. However, guys, I found a better strategy than that is actually new. At least I haven't seen anyone do this yet. And of course, we'll talk about that in a strategy section of the video. Second point, loadout. I will talk about the attachments after this point to explain how to get the max output. But let's talk about the other weapons and items we want together with the pump. First up, sniper rifle for long range. Yes, guys. I just made 2 videos saying how the Enforcer AR is better than the sniper rifle. TSK moment. And to be honest, this is kind of added for this build too. However, we are taking this because my favorite second weapon, or like mid-range weapon, with the pump shotgun is the Nemesis AR. This might sound really weird to you guys, but the Nemesis is already good for mid-range, and the Enforcer is kind of too similar. But there are, of course, many different options for a secondary weapon here. And if you don't take the Nemesis, I actually do recommend going Enforcer again. You can go for the pistol, the Thunderburst SMG, or of course, the Striker AR. I do not recommend the Hyper SMG because, in my opinion, it's the weakest weapon in all of Chapter 5 so far. It just lacks DPS. The only somewhat redeeming quality is accuracy. So it is maybe a good choice for beginners, but even there, I can't really recommend this, as again, DPS is just too low. Many people will take the Striker here, and some recently started using the Thunderburst, but I really recommend trying out the Nemesis, as the hipfire is actually surprisingly good, and it is 100% superior for mid and long range. Honestly, give the hipfire a shot. If you click at the enemy's head, it will actually do a headshot. Crazy, right? No, but honestly, the hipfire is very legit. The pistol is also vetted. I'm a big fan, made like a video on it, and told you guys multiple times now, 100% go check out my pistol video if you haven't already. I personally don't like the hipfire Thunderburst. People did tell me to try it. I do recommend it for console with aim assist, but it just feels weird to me personally to shoot. But if you can, go for it. And lastly, of course, for the builds, we will be playing the pump shotgun. Again, we'll talk about attachments in a second, but first let's talk about the additional items for this loadout. Flow Baby Fish is super strong. I'm a big fan. I think it's better with the auto shotgun than with the pump shotgun, as it is better on range. And if you do jump shots with the pump shotgun and get that bonus height from Flow Baby Fish, you are actually already out of max damage distance, which is a bit weird to be honest. It's still a really good item though, as it is basically the same as 2 big shields, which you can use exactly how you want it without losing the full shield afterwards. For example, you're missing 15 shield, you can use it, you'll be at 85%. But if you used a big shield in the meantime, of course, you're losing that one. So it is a little bit more versatile. Of course, you can still play big shields and blue fish as well. If you have 3 or more medallions, I also recommend going for medkits. Movement, shockwave nades are the better movement. Grapple blade is more consistent. Ask yourself, do I often run out of movement? If the answer is yes, definitely go for the grapple blade. If the answer is no, I'm totally fine, TSK. Go for the shockwave nade. Simple as that. Bunkers are insanely good for late game. It's kind of hard to make them fit into your build. I think this works the best, again, if you have 3 or more medallions. You can maybe skip heal and shield. However, I just can't bring myself to drop movement ever. So maybe in the late game, even drop your long range weapon and go for bunkers. I personally don't because it makes me feel bad. But I've seen it in tourneys. It looks really strong. Attachments. Let me tell you how to maximize the output of the pump shotgun. And this will seemingly go over into the strategy. So quickly the attachments and then I explain why. First up, red eye sight or hollow sight. Yes, we will be ADSing with this pump. It sounds weird, but I think I found the best strat that's actually better than than weapon switching. And for that, we need to ADS. For the same reason, we will be using the angled grip over the laser, which will improve ADS time by 20%. Muzzle brake doesn't really matter since again, recoil has no effect on weapons when the fire rate is slow enough. We will use the speed mag over the drum mag as reload speed is more important here than mag size for both shotguns actually. And it is actually super nice on the pump since this means loading a single bullet is also faster. And this can honestly decide fights, especially in third-party situations. Attachments for the other 2 weapons. I recommend watching my respective guides on the weapons. Haven't done one for the striker yet. We'll do that when I'm finished with the shotgun series. But I got all the other weapons covered. Check them out on my channel. By the way, I thought about making a tips and tricks video soon. If you guys think it's a good idea, I will only show really advanced stuff that not many people actually know about. But you guys decide this one. Tell me in the comments if that's something you guys would like to see or if I should still just finish my series on all the weapons first. I don't mind either way. Oh yeah, another point I really want to say towards attachments before we move on is that Peter Griffin's shotgun comes exactly with the right attachments. It comes with the hollow sight, with a speed mag, the angled foregrip, and a muzzle brake, which tells me again that Epic Games might have the same idea about how the pump is supposed to be played, or at least a similar idea. Okay, finally, strategy. This is by far the most important section of this video and literally the reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place, so hear me out on this one. First up, since Peter Griffin's shotgun has the perfect attachments, I can recommend dropping Snooty Steps or at least drop nearby and push the push the player or Peter. Too many P's, guys, too many P's. So you can get the mythic pump. Damage is by far the most important factor for the pump shotgun, so getting a high rarity one is key. If you can't get it here, get into a different vault or hideout and hope you get lucky on the weapon cases. But let's talk about fighting. Yes, the basic strat to shoot the pump shot, then switch to AR is still valid. If you hit a headshot, you have a good chance to even beat a mythic auto shotgun, but this is very unreliable. And most of the time, you will get demolished by the auto shotgun, which is the main reason I always took it over the pump. So what I recommend is either only peeking, that means shoot once, get back into cover and repeat. Do not switch to your secondary weapon close range. And this way you don't give the auto shotgun user the chance of abusing his insanely high DPS advantage. However, if you're unlucky, the enemy will still hit you with 2 shots before you hit cover, which is why I think my other strat is way better. And that is the following. Abuse cars. Make sure you always, and I mean always, have a car. Drive up on your enemy, get out, shoot once, and instantly hop back in. This is actually a super legit strat. I've seen someone do it with the auto shotgun. However, with the pump, of course, you have higher single shot damage. And fire rate doesn't matter this way at all. My recommendation is, however, not spamming this non-stop, since the enemy will catch up on your strat. Do this twice at max, and then afterwards, switch to your secondary weapon to finish the fight. So either your pistol, your Thunderburst, your Striker AR, or my favorite, the Nemesis AR. I had insane success with that. I think actually the biggest aspect is the confusion. Enemies just don't see it coming. But this will change once everybody's using the strat. So try this out while nobody else is really doing this. The thing is, I really think this is way better than the 50-50 coin flip fights many people go for. Now, both players have 250 HP and they just run into each other with auto shootguns like actual monkeys and duel to the death for no reason. In this way, you have a valid reason to actually use the pump over the auto shotgun, even in zero build. In build, I think the pump is mostly already better than the auto shotgun anyways, so definitely go for it over there. But yeah, if you missed it, go back to the attachment part of the video. I have chapters activated here, and even write it down if you need to, but please go and try this out. This is actually super effective. Oh, almost forgot the most important part of the build. Listen closely, okay? Really important. Subscribe to the channel right right now for good luck for your next 18 games. I'm still a very small channel and would like to change then. But yo, shout out to everybody that subscribed recently and got me to 1K subs. I am honestly super happy about that, especially about how insanely fast this went. This is the birth of the next big Fortnite YouTube community. I can feel it, guys. So legit super happy to have you guys here. But I have way bigger goals. The next one is, of course, 2K subs. If you feel like you learned something from this video or appreciate the efforts, or best case want to watch the next 2 videos of my shotgun series, I would really appreciate a like and subscribe. Again, super small channel, so each and every one really matters here. It's also always really cool to get to know you guys in person on my Twitch. Lots of you guys came over recently, which feels very good. And yeah, okay, next video will be about the auto shotgun, and then I have a really insane one planned to finish off the shotgun series that you definitely don't want to miss. As you guys might have noticed, there's only 2 shotguns, so how can there be a third part of the series? Think about that. The last one will be a banger. Headshot finish, boys! Look at that one!